Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have chicken marsala with mashed potatoes and asparagus. It's what I made for dinner tonight. So if you like what you see, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with our mashed potatoes. I cut up 3 pretty large potatoes and also cut them in pretty big pieces. That way, while I'm working on the chicken, I really don't have to worry too much about the potatoes boiling too much or getting mushy or anything like that. And I'm also starting with cold water. That way, the potatoes cook evenly and you can get some really smooth potatoes. All right, let's get started on this chicken. So I have onion salt, oregano, seasoned salt, and pepper. So I'm gonna go ahead and shake it, shake it, and then go ahead and season up my chicken. I do this first, that way I can get the seasoning all on the chicken, and I mean, that just looks so good. Okay, anyway, so I'll go ahead and mix that up. I also have oil on the stove right now getting hot. We'll go ahead and add some flour as well to the bowl. And I do this after I season my chicken because I don't like it to be overly floury, if that makes sense. So yeah. So I'll take the chicken and I'll kind of pat it around into the flour, kind of pat it up against each other, whatever. Everybody's gonna get to know each other pretty soon. And I'll go ahead and add it to the pan here. Now my pan is pretty warm, I don't know, it's kind of hot actually. So, but when I add my chicken in there, I don't want it to be screaming hot because I don't want to burn my chicken right away. I kind of want it all to brown and not just burn. So you see the little bubbles around there, looking pretty good. Chicken's been in there for a while. Now it's brown. So while it was browning though, I cut up some onions and look y'all, I'm a working mom. Sometimes you need shortcuts. Minced garlic in a jar, can't go wrong. Sorry, it's a shortcut, but look, still tastes pretty good. Also, pre-sliced mushrooms. Again, working mom, hello. Now I take the chicken out, and in that pan, I took out some of the oil. I also reduced the heat to medium. I'm gonna go ahead and add these onions in here, and just the onions themselves, because I don't wanna go ahead and add the other things right now. I just want to cook these onions and get them a little bit softer. Yeah, so that's it for the onions. Okay, so the onions have been cooking for a little bit. You can see they're starting to get translucent. So this is when I will add my garlic. Make sure to get all that garlic in there. What's Italian food without garlic? I really love garlic. Okay, so I'm just gonna stir it around, and I'm not gonna leave it in the pan that long because I don't want it to get too brown. And when it starts burning, it becomes really bitter. And so you really don't want that. You don't want bitter sauce, y'all. You just don't. It's mushroom time. So we'll go ahead and add these mushrooms to the pan. And I have not seasoned anything in the pan yet. I don't want to add any extra salt. I already added the seasoning salt to the chicken, and that's still in the pan. So I'm gonna go ahead and just let it kind of do its thing, mix it around. Also, if you add salt right now, these mushrooms will become kind of soggy. It will just release too much water, and you just don't want that. I want to brown them, and I want to keep their bite to them because mushrooms are meaty and they're good. Okay, so the mushrooms have been cooking down for a little bit. You can see that they are browning. They are not soggy. They look good. Time to season. I like using chicken bouillon. It just has so much flavor in there, and because this is a chicken dish, I mean, why not? Match made in heaven, obviously. So we'll go ahead and add about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half, and by that I mean your big kitchen spoon. And so anyways, I will go ahead and season the mushrooms, onions, garlic mixture. And I will stir that around. I'll kind of scrape up a little bit of what's on the bottom of the pan, but not too much, because once I deglaze the pan with my Marsala, which will be right about now, it'll pick all that up anyway. So this is just some Marsala cooking wine that I found at Walmart. I mean, no need to waste the good wine, but if you want to, go ahead. I'm not a red wine drinker, so it's never in my house. So I'll just pick one of these up. They're like $3 at Walmart, not a big deal. Anyway, so I used about a quarter of the jar. And later on, I don't actually show you, but I add a little bit more. So maybe about a quarter to a half the jar, depending on how much you are making. But I'll have all the ingredients down below. Okay, I also added about a cup to a cup and a half of water in my pan, and now I'm adding the chicken back in. And so just gonna arrange the chicken. And as you can see, I kind of arrange the chicken so that they are kind of like yin and yanging each other. They just fit in the pan better, so that's how I do it. All right, let's let this chicken take this nice little Marsala spa bath while we go ahead and work on our potatoes. All right, guys, so we'll go ahead and start on our potatoes now. I went ahead and drained them, and I have them on low heat. That way the extra moisture can evaporate, and it will soak up everything we're adding now, such as this butter and milk. I'll go ahead and add some salt and pepper as well. As far as the salt goes, if you want to be extra fancy and use your pink Himalayan salt, knock yourself out. Table salt, it's fine too. Flaky sea salt, you're fancy. Exactly the same thing with the pepper. If you want to use fresh ground, please do. If you don't, no difference. Well, to me, there's not, at least. Anyway, so I use this potato masher. It is amazing, especially if you want to make tacos with your ground beef, ground turkey, whatever. It just mashes it up to the perfect consistency, but that's another video. Anyway, so I am mashing everything at the same time I'm mixing. It just saves time. There's no need to mash first, then add the other stuff. Nah. Okay, so stirring this around a little bit, I do see that the potatoes are not forming together. They're still dry. So I'll go ahead and add some more milk now, and that's totally okay, because if you added too much in the beginning, you can't take it out. So you can always add, never take out. This is my ultimate thing. I don't know what to call it, but when I'm making potatoes, I have to smooth it out. And when it smooths so nicely like this and it looks so flat and just all together, I know that's enough milk. Stop right there. Okay, so when you get your asparagus from the store, if you take it and you snap it, just lightly snap it, and that's usually the breaking point, and so the little woody area part, you throw that away, and you can cut this up and then you fry it. Don't just fry it from the store, or else you'll have really chewy pieces. So when all the asparagus are snapped, you'll go ahead and get a bunch that are about the same size. That way you only have to make a cut or two. Usually for this, I'll do about one cut, and they'll be about this size or so. And then we'll just go on to the next step. Okay, so the asparagus is all cut up. I added it to a pan with olive oil and butter, and sprinkling with my holy grail seasoning, the Lawry's garlic salt. So go ahead and add the salt and pepper. Now let's keep in mind, the asparagus and the mashed potatoes, they're pretty basic as far as seasoning goes, because they're the +1 to the party. Your chicken marsala, they're the main guests, so you kind of want to let them shine, okay? All right, so the chicken, it's been simmering for a good 30 minutes now. All the juices, all the flavors, it's all in that chicken. It's so good, but let's make it real good. So let's add about a tablespoon of butter and kind of just mix it around, let it melt on the chicken. It's really just gonna melt into that sauce and just make it rich and glossy and beautiful. And yeah, also to add some richness, let's add in some heavy cream. I mean, why not? That looks about, what do you think, 3 tablespoons? On a good day, maybe? Anyway, so we'll let that all mix together, sit for about another 5 minutes or so, until the sauce really thickens up. Okay, this gravy, all right, here is the final plate. It looks amazing, if I do say so myself. I hope you guys make it. If you do, please come back and give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel as well. Comment down below. Let me know what you think or what new recipes you want to see. Anyways, enjoy, guys.